Chapter 24. "We forgot the cat," the Sanders exclaimed in unison, dumping Marci onto the carpeted floor behind their couch after boldly absconding with their host, schlepping her across the street in broad daylight like a rolled rug. "Jinx!" both cried while pointing at one another good-naturedly, finishing the Southern incantation with, "You owe me a Coke," then laughter. Laughter as Jim loped back out the front door, returning moments later with the neighbor's cat, Herbert. "It was you," Marci realized when Alice squatted beside her, propping her up against the back of the couch, her eyes widening in terror as Alice pulled a switchblade from a hidden holster on her ankle and severed the ties at her wrists. "This is all a huge mistake," Marci pleaded. "Bill's uncle is dead." Jim shook his head back and forth, bending down to look into Marci's eyes with a frown. "Not true. We know Phinneus, that wily old shit. He's out there, waiting. We were afraid he'd actually gone and killed himself there for a moment. Such a sad old man, missing his sad old dead wife. You see, we've been waiting this whole time for that wrinkled fool to come out of hiding and contact Bill. But we've waited for months, for God's sake. Didn't he leave you something with the clock? Some information? Anything?" Marci shook her head, confused. "See," Jim scowled, "she does know something." "No, she doesn't," Alice countermanded with an eye roll, pushing a black marker into Marci's right hand while motioning to the small stack of note cards she'd placed on the floor between them. "The small dials on the right side of the clock face are latitude, longitude, and faritude. Check here to confirm you understand. Put a box right here for you to check." Alice tapped the stiff paper, carefully dictating as Marci printed, adding, "Lord knows y'all never would have figured this out on your own." Jim went on arrogantly, "Marci, you could just work with us. Get Bill to tell you everything he knows, and maybe we'll cut you in." "Cut me into what? What does Bill know?" Marci stopped writing, earning a cruel pinch on the arm from Alice to prompt her again. "Ow!" "Exactly. Jim, shut the fuck up for a few minutes, would you?" Alice tapped the second note card distractedly, over-enunciating. "The knob in the bottom left corner is a timer. Confirm. And another box right there should do." Alice concentrated then on tying the red marker to the cat's collar with a rainbow-colored string of yarn she triumphantly produced from her pocket, earning a vicious slash from Herbert in the process before the cat disappeared from his perch on the couch. Herbert reappeared 20 seconds later and was scooped up by Alice, who impatiently tied Marci's second dictated note card to the ribbon, giving Jim a thumbs up as she stepped back. He adjusted the dials of the cuckoo clock, and Herbert disappeared again with a bored meow. 30 seconds later, Jim, who'd been counting the time on his wristwatch, stepped over to the kitchen window, cracking it open before Herbert reappeared a final time and darted to freedom, dragging a marker and a note card by a rainbow string of yarn that would later confound his human overlords next door. Alice sighed as she rose, pulling Marci to her hobbled feet. "Let's go, let's get this over with." Jim shrugged, backing away from the clock with a dismissive wave. "This one is all yours. This is your stupid girlfriend. I need to wait for Bill, my main man, Bill. When he gets home today, I gotta console him about the little missus here. Be a shoulder to cry on, a confidant. Or maybe the last person he sees before a tragic accident takes his life, too. Who knows?" "But Alice protested. Jim held up his hand, cutting her off. "Just get rid of her. You know what to do. It's obvious we can't let her go. She talked the minute she got away, and I've never trusted her shifty eyes. I don't understand why we couldn't just take the clock. Why is it my job to get rid of them?" Alice huffed, stuffing a rag into Marci's mouth, muffling her protests. Jim pulled a gun from the back of his waistband and handed the weapon to Alice. "You know why you're in charge of that. You're my vicious little river rat. And I know you'll do the dirty jobs, that's why. Now take your gun, go to the deserted isle of your choice, kill her, and come right back. We have dinner with the Morrisons in less than 2 hours, and I, for one, am looking forward to your queso. I'll just scope out the situation with Bill. You know, I really think I can bring him around, even if he's on to us. That way we get the clock and Phinneus." Marci shouted through the dish rag in her mouth, outraged. They hadn't even been invited to that dinner with the Morrisons, and Alice had never offered to make queso for them at their monthly dinners. To make matters worse, Bill would never know what had actually happened. He would think she'd typed that note and left him without so much as a how do you do. In that moment, Marci regretted being so cold to Bill today, thinking they still had the time to work it out, that she would have the leisure to punish him with several days of chilly silence, only relenting with a pot roast dinner when she'd felt he'd been properly contrite. It was what they did. Alice stuffed the gun into the back of her yoga pants, ignoring Marci's muffled pleas, and nudged her closer to the fireplace, angrily resetting the dials of the cuckoo clock. "Have fun, you two," Jim waved as they disappeared. Alice and Marci both flipped Jim off. Boom. Whoosh.